Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dice Advice. This is our very first episode, and we're just going to talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing with this little playlist. We're going to get started, and we're going to give a little brief background about ourselves. And before we start, you guys can call me Tiffany. Okay, I've been playing D&D for about 5 years now. I have played with several different DMs along with many different play groups where the DM has had different play styles and the party interacts with each other in many different ways that it's just been a very fun experience for me every single time I play. Every group in DM is completely different from the last as I have experienced myself, and there isn't really too much to say about that. I haven't played for far too long, but I have played enough to understand the rules and learn a lot of interesting things you can do in this game that I hope that we can teach whoever's watching this video or our future videos to come.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something that we can both agree on. Uh, I'm Eclipse. I've been playing for 17 years now and DMing for, let's say, probably 6 or 7 of them. Um, it's definitely one of our goals with this channel is to spread what we've learned to newer players who are just getting started in the D 5e setting and helping them to get the most out of it. Uh, I know over my years of playing and even as running the game, I've had several times where I was placed into what seemed like unsurvivable encounters, especially with one of our more recent DMs. Honestly, some of them are horribly balanced encounters because, CR is complete and utter bullshit. If you don't believe me, we'll tell you all about how to kill a beholder at level 3 in a later video. Um, but stuff like that is going to be some of our looking back stories that you'll slowly get to hear from us. As a DM and as a player, I have played with a variety of groups. Know that there's always your classic murder hobos. There's always going to be that one guy in your party. I have been that guy in the party sometimes. It's really its own experience, and when it comes down to it, the books only take you so far. But I personally am hoping we get out of this is to show people that it's less, here's the rules, this is how you do it, and more, this is how I my play group, your play groups enjoy the game. Because ultimately, that's what it is, and you'll run into people that take it way too seriously, and people that can't take it seriously enough to make it enjoyable. But I definitely hope that we can cover just basic things that'll make it easier. For instance, be looking at explaining our rules and experiences, and even character builds or exploits that we have personally used. I know we ran a crazy exploit for Tiffany over there where he came out with absurdly high AC at level 21, or yeah, at level 1. Uh, AC was above 21, and he's basically planning on tanking our party for that campaign. Uh,
And that
it's
was a static AC. It was not a temporary buff or anything. It was a static AC above 21, starting on the
yeah,
first level.
Mind me never to make you angry now that we've figured out how to do that.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
what we're planning to do is, honestly, I think I speak for me and him both whenever we say we just want you to be equipped for D&D with anyone, even when the chances of survival as a character are completely unfathomable. Because believe me, you will run into it, and sometimes you have to be able to grab that rug out from under your DM's feet. As
Is
for the DMs, I'm hoping to help give enough advice to where you're ready for them to pull that rug out from under your feet, look at them, and just be like, okay, here's the plan. When it comes down to it, it's not all pen and paper, and it's personal beliefs. You know, as a DM, you are the rules lawyer. You'll have bad calls, sometimes horrible calls. Um, this should always be in favor of your party's enjoyment. Is there anything you wanted to add, Tiffany?
I just want to say that not every DM will follow the rule book to the letter. Some of them like changing things up a little bit, and some of them don't really believe in all of the rules. As our one DM does not believe in CR, which is something that's very important for that each creature has, and we will go further in depth in all of these fun little details and mechanics about the game in the future. We just want to give you guys a little intro to what you can be looking forward to.
Yeah, definitely. And for that matter, since we're just starting up, if there are any things that anyone watching this video would like us to cover or has questions about, free to leave it in the comments below. I'll, I pretty much check everything almost nightly anyway. So if we do get up and running and everything, which we plan on posting very often, to say the least, between the two of us.
Multiple
Uh,
times a week.
yeah, that sounds amazing, honestly. Um, we'll gladly, take topics that DMs don't generally like to discuss, or if even you're a DM and you don't know how to handle it, we'll take it and we'll give you our insight on it. So, believe that's all I have to say. Guess I'll see you guys in our next episode when we cover the basic bitch known as the Player's Handbook. Will be an in-depth guide to character creation.